In this video, we talk about RRSPs and buying a house. How can you use your RRSPs to buy a house? How long does it take to repay? What are the advantages and more? That's starting right now.
Welcome to Home Buyers School, brought to you by Brookfield Residential.
Hi everyone, I'm Carl and welcome to another Home Buyers School video, a channel where you get the latest strategies, tactics, and tips from home buying experts. And remember, if this is your first time on this channel and you want to get the latest strategies from the experts, hit the subscription button below, hit the little notification bell so you don't miss anything. So today I'm joined by Mushtaba Syed, mortgage specialist with the Bank of Montreal, and the question we're going to answer today, well actually the topic we're going to talk about today is RRSP and mortgages. So Mo, let's just really make it really basic. Let's go really simple. What is an RRSP?
Yeah, so RRSP, Carl, is a registered retirement savings plan. So the government actually came up with this program to kind of promote people to save for their retirement. So the way it works is that it is a registered product investment vehicle that we call it. And then every year when you do your taxes, you're given a contribution room. This is the amount of dollars that you can put in. The way it works is that when you put this money into a registered retirement savings plan, usually you get a tax certificate from the lender or from the institution that's taken it, and you can actually help that actually offset some of your taxes. And that's how the government has promoted that. So to get some money back from your taxes to kind of promote people to save for their retirement.
So in terms of home buying, can you use your RRSP to buy a house?
So in a usual scenario, taking money out of a registered product like our RRSP, there's usually withholding tax, and there's a lot of other implications that are not advisable. So if you're putting money into an RRSP, definitely have a chat with your banker, with your financial advisor to see what your future goals are with that money, because sometimes it might be more difficult to get it out. But the only two times that the government actually lets you take money out for an RRSP is as a first-time home buyer, which is a great program, and the other one's called a lifelong learning plan. And there are some stipulations to that, but if you decide to go back to school, you're a mature student, you need funds, you can actually take money out from your RSP as well without any tax implications or reporting as income for that year.
So how much can you take out from your RRSP as a first-time home buyer?
So previously it was $25,000 per individual. So for a couple, it'd be a maximum of $50,000. But based on the new budget that just came out with the home buyer incentive, they actually did raise that as well. So it actually raised it to $35,000 per individual. So a total of $70,000 per couple. I think it's up to $35,000.
Okay, and remember, if you want to know more about the first-time home buyer incentive program that the government just came out, watch our video above and in the description below. So, so you can borrow up to $35,000 now, right? When that program rolls out. So, can I use this outside of being a first-time home buyer? Can I use my RSP to buy, let's say, a second house?
So technically, before you couldn't. But the new homebuyer incentive program has made it really easy now for us to be able to take money out. And there's some requirements. The requirements are that you need to, for example, let's say you're relocating for work and you need to buy a new home. You have access to your first-time home buyer's plan. Let's say the death of a spouse or you get divorced from your spouse and you want to purchase a new home for yourself and you've already used the first-time home buyer's plan, you can do it again. Or to help an elderly relative. It could be your parents, if they're elderly, a grandparent, any immediate family that kind of falls into that criteria. You can actually take out a first-time home buyer's plan to actually help them as well. So previously, no, but now, yes. They're actually made the rules a little bit more relaxed to get more people into home ownership.
And how do you repay the RRSP once you've taken it out?
Yeah, so the requirement right now is it's payable over 15 years, right? So the first time that you take it, you have to pay it back after 15 years. So after 15 years, if you don't pay it back, there's no such penalty, but the amount will just get added back to your income every year and you just end up paying tax. It could be minimal, it could be a lot. That's the conversation to have with your accountant.
And how long, so this whole program is called the first-time home buyers. It's the first-time home buyers plan, right? The ability to use your RSP for first-time home buyers, right? So that's what it's called, the first-time home buyers plan, which is very different than the first-time home buyers incentive program, which they just announced. Could I use my RSPs to buy a home more than once, or you're only allowed to use it once?
So you can buy it more than once depending on the stipulations that we talked previously about. So let's say if you're relocating for work, you can use it again in the event of the death of a spouse, or if you've been divorced from your spouse and you want to buy a home, you can do that again. Or if you want to take care of an elderly relative, like you want to purchase a home for them as a secondary home, you can use it for that. So you definitely can use it more than once in these scenarios.
So what are the advantages of actually using the RSP, or the first-time homebuyers plan for a down payment?
I think it's a great program. It's a great incentive. So every time you put money into this registered product or RRSP, you get money back from the government. As we all know, it's almost really difficult to get money back from the government.
Yes.
We pay taxes, and then this is the only real way of getting money back from your taxes, and to kind of really promote that saving. Now, there's no other program that you can actually pull this money out tax-free except the first-time home buyers plan. So in this scenario, I would recommend that if you have some time, definitely start investing into an RSP now. If you have some money in savings and your plans in the future are to purchase a home, definitely put those funds in RSP. Have a conversation with your specialist, with your lender, to see if this is the right thing to do. The stipulation is that before you can actually access those funds for a first-time home buyers plan, they have to be in the RSP account for at least 90 days. So if your possession date is coming prior to 90 days, or you need access to those funds prior to 90 days, maybe the RSP is not going to work in because it's going to be locked. But other than that, it's a great program, a great way to get money back from the government. You could even help you save money towards your down payment with the tax rebate that you get at the end of the year. And overall, and repayable over 15 years is almost like it's a no-brainer. But it seems very easy thing to do for such a great program.
Perfect. Do you have anything else to add?
I think a lot of clients are not too familiar with the first-time home buyers plan. I do get a lot of my clients calling me and asking me about that. As soon as I sit down with the client at the time of a pre-approval, they still have some time before they're looking at buying. That is the first thing I definitely bring up during our conversation is, do you have an RSP? Have you invested into an RSP? And then I go into great detail explaining the benefits of an RSP. So if you don't know about an RSP, definitely reach out to your bank, to your financial advisor, to your specialist, and ask them, what is a first-time home buyers plan? What is an RSP? How will it help me in my scenario? And they can go into it in detail, but it's definitely a product that you should know about and get to know a lot about.
Great. So the question of the day I have for you is, have you or are you planning to use this first-time home buyers plan? And if so, did it help? Were you actually able to afford the house or the home, your dream home, using the first-time home buyer plan? Let us know in the description below. Thank you very much for joining us. And remember, if you enjoyed this video and found it helpful, make sure to like, as well as leave a comment and subscribe. Thank you, and we'll catch you next time.
That's another edition of Homebuyer School. Tune in next time for more expert tips and tricks. And visit homebuyersschool.ca to bring you one step closer to finding your dream home. As with everything, it would be great if you like and share our videos. Also, please let us know if you have any home buying questions you want us to answer.